welcome. This is a men's channel with men's content. If you are easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. I am your host, Jeremy Hill, the Gentleman Road. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us get into the topic. Modern women, black women in particular, in my most humble opinion, is not nothing more than gray hair dying, double chin having, stretch marks showing, cocoa butter rubbing, the price is right watching, whores. Now, why did I say that? I didn't say that to be insulting or disrespectful. I am only speaking from my point of view and in my own personal observations. Now, women who hit the wall is going to be the subject. For those of you who don't understand what hitting the wall means in the dating market, let me explain. Hitting the wall for a woman means that she is no longer as physically attractive as she once were. For example, a woman in her 50s does not look the way she did when she was in her 20s. Now, when women hit the wall, it's normally when they become middle-aged, 35 plus years old. These type of women, they cannot believe that they are no longer attractive they once were. So what they tend to do is lie to themselves. For example, they will tell people that they're in their 40s, but they still get the same type of attention that they did in their 20s, which is a lie. This is their way of not accepting the fact that they're becoming older. The older they get, they start to realize that all the good men that they had before, they messed it up. They're no longer with those men because they treated the men poorly. Now, a woman that has hit the wall gets upset and jealous of other women because she no longer has the ability to command men to treat her a certain way, such as taking her out for expensive dates. She no longer has the ability to make a man wait on her, crawl on his knees to try to get her to love on him or anything, because she's no longer attractive. When a woman becomes older and hits the wall, she starts to gain weight. She starts to have wrinkles. You can see it around her eyes, which are crow's feet, and her attitude tends to get worse because women who have hit the wall tend to already have their lives together to an extent to where they have already got educated, they already are independent. Now they want a man to come along and be their man. No, the best time, the prime years that a woman has was when she was younger. Now she expects a man to come along when she is all used up, after she done been banged out by so many different guys, after she has already been pregnant or had a baby daddy or two. Now she wants a man, now that she had hit the wall, to come along and save her and rescue her. Now you will see women who are hit the wall tend to date younger men because they want to feel as if they still can get a younger man. You see, when they was hot, girls in school, high school, tend to go for the men who have resources, older men, or the popular man who has a car, known, social status, a higher social class when it comes to being in high school. So the men who didn't have any of those things, the nerds, the ones who rode the bikes to school and stuff, they didn't want them. This is just an example of the hypergamous nature of a woman. She wants someone that is better than the next man. She wants to date up and not date down. So an older woman would tend to date a younger man because he's not already established. That way she can control that man. She can lead that young man and direct that young man and groom that young man to be what he needs to be for her. So a lot of women who have hit the wall try to take advantage, almost rob the cradle when they have hit the wall. Now, a lot of these middle-aged women who have hit the wall, when they settle down, they tend to say because they have already had their fun. Well, I done had my fun. It's time for me to go ahead and settle down now and stop being in these streets the way that I am. What that means is she got a high body count and she's tired of being hauled out and ran through by other men, and now she wants to get somebody else to come along and adopt and put a ring on that loose coochie. That's what all that means. It doesn't mean that she's a better woman for anybody. It just means that she have been ran through, done had a train or two, done had 2 or 3, threesomes and stuff, and experimented. Now she ready to settle down. She looking for a sucker. So when these women become independent, when they have hit the wall, you'll start seeing these type of women poisoning the minds of other women. They'll start getting into their minds and tell them, you don't need no man. Bitter because they don't have one, and just leading other women down the path of being alone and dying alone because everything that they have done is not working. They have had a lot of men try to vet her for marriage. They have had a lot of men try to be serious with them and want to be in a relationship with them, but when they was hot and it was attractive and pretty, they thought the world was their oyster and they can have any man they want. Well, now time has passed by. You don't look the way you look. She doesn't wear the same size dresses no more. She's getting bigger and bigger. She's getting louder and louder. Most women who are middle-aged and have hit the wall are mad at men. They are men haters because no real man wants them. Because as a man gets older, he tends to want to date a younger woman because a younger woman is easier to get along with than a woman that is in her middle-aged years or older. But it's different for the women. As she get older, she can't find no one. A younger man does not want to be with an older woman, period. Unless he's a man who doesn't want to get into another life himself. But most time a younger man who is trying to build his own lifestyle do not want a 45-year-old woman or a 40-year-old woman or a 35-plus woman. He want a woman that's going to be in her 20s or something. Something that he can deal with, something that is still kind of fun to be around. Because a lot of women that are older, they're difficult to be around. They have attitudes. They're insulting. They are very demanding. They don't have standards. They have demands that they place on a man. They'll make a man feel like he's in jail. Make a man feel like he's in prison, walking death row. This is what you find with women who have hit the wall. Older women who no longer got it like that. Older women who think that their positions and their achievements should make up for the fact that they are no longer a healthy weight, or that they're no longer feminine, or that they no longer look as pretty as they did in their younger years. Excuse me. Yes, so middle-aged women who have hit the wall, you're not going to make it any further. Now, what a woman has to do when she has hit the wall is learn how to be feminine. She has to be submissive. But when you meet a woman who have hit the wall, who is no longer as attractive as she used to be, she thinks she runs everything. She's not going to listen to her friends. She won't listen to the man that she's interested in, even if she knows he's a good man, because she's hit the wall. You can dress any kind of way you want. You'll find a lot of middle-aged women who have overweight and still try to dress like a young lady, youngster, or dress sexy, but her body is not there no more. So it looks worse on a woman who has hit the wall, meaning that she is no longer physically attractive to a man. Well, she might still be kind of attractive, but she's not as pretty as she used to be. So she don't get as many compliments as she used to. Now men are stepping over her to get to other women who are more attractive because they have not hit the wall. They have not reached the point in their life where they're getting wrinkled, where they're getting gray hair, none of that stuff. So women need to start trying to take marriage seriously in their 20s. Don't wait till you around 37, 40 years old and think about marriage, because then you've been ran through and people tired of dealing with you. Well, this is a very short video. I just want to talk about this issue of hitting the wall. If you get an opportunity, hit the like button and subscribe.